Alright, so the new Ancient War, I think is the name of the game mode, has just released on global by the time you're watching this. By now, the game mode, you've already picked your team, so I'm now going to be influencing on who you're going to pick. You can see right here that the goddesses are winning currently on JP, but because I'm uploading this after everyone's already picked, it's not like that's going to influence the results on global or anything like that. From people picking goddess more than demon or anything like that. But I just want to go over how this game mode basically works and how to effectively farm the WP and everything like that. So essentially WP is the currency for this new game mode, which you can use both in the shop, which sucks, but it's there, and to actually accumulate your positioning on, getting to 8,000, get all these rewards, and your placement here. As you can see, I'm only top 7%. I haven't really been farming too much because this is basically just an auto stage. Number one player has 281,000 and it's 4 days left, so I'm assuming by then he's gonna have 500,000 medals. Maidenless behavior right there, but I'm joking. But kind of too much, my friend. But yeah, to accumulate WP, true forms, basically, you use these free stages, which, depending on what team you picked, will have different enemies and different missions. But you want to complete these missions, they will give extra WP. On global, you can actually read what they do, but essentially, if you pick the goddess side, which I did, one of the missions are always basically have the last hit be from a goddess, and then the other two you can, try to make work depending on what team you pick and what stage you pick. Again, if you pick the demon side, I don't know the missions for the demons. I usually farm this gallon stage. It's usually my auto completes all the missions for me, if not just 3 of them, so it's more than good enough. And then when you're farming, you want to get as many chalices as you can. I have 2 right here because I farmed for 5 runs and I got 2 somehow. Super lucky because it's only 8%. And now we get to the raid. The raid is actually somewhat challenging, and in terms of teams for the raid, both sides obviously, as you may have already seen, both sides fight against this Monspeet, so I'm assuming that every month we're going to get a different boss that both sides play. It would be unfair if one side had an easier boss than the other, so I understand why both sides play Monspeet, even though it's kind of weird that the demons do fight against Monspeet, but it is what it is. Essentially, this boss, what you want to do is you want to do the missions. So the missions here are attack 4 times with a type advantage character and attack 4 times with a type disadvantage character. So these are 2 separate missions. By completing missions, your characters get stronger. You get an attack increase and damage reduction. This right here is, I couldn't really understand the translator, but it's taking off true ultimate gauge or using a card that takes off true ultimate gauge. It's the translator was a little bit wonky on that. And then this one is use true ultimates. And let me put on my team here real quick. I changed my teams. Alright, so this is a team that I've been using, or I used twice. I haven't actually played the raid too much because these staminas tend to be very difficult to come by. Maybe not for the first guy. He probably played this raid a bajillion times. But this is a team that works consistently. Essentially, you want to have a red character to proc the type disadvantage. You want to have a green character. The raid is blue. So, red type disadvantage, green is going to be type advantage. To actually do the type advantage one, I bring Margaret. Actually, Margaret might actually be a bad pick for me. I think instead I should just bring the one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I was bringing Margaret, and I think that if you don't have Green Melascula, that is who you should bring. You should bring Margaret, because Margaret cleanses you, and when he ults, he procs a bunch of ignites on you, and he does extra damage when he has ignites on you. So you probably want to bring a cleanse in general. I think Sora brings Glocks to cleanse, which can work because he's a red type character, so he also is going to be helping you with the type disadvantage need. I'm actually checking what team he brings. He uses Brynhilder. I wonder if Brynhilder's passive actually works in here. Okay. But yeah, so Sorry, no, I clicked, you kidding me? Oh my god. I clicked, bro, I swear, I must have missed for like a second. Okay, I want you to have some time to explain something. You can do up to 6 million damage to him, and that's where you want to go. You have 7 turns, you can see the timer right here, 7 turns to do 6 million damage to him, and that's where you get the most points. You want to get to that threshold, and again, while you do so, you also want to be completing those missions. Alright, let's get this. Want to be completing those missions, want to get those Sauriel hits. The faster you do the missions, the better, because then you get the attack buffs. So if you can get out the Melascula, I'm using Melascula again, it depends on what you're using. If you want to use Green Galfer, you do want to bring, of course, a green character and a red character for that. Depending on what you're using, it's going to look different for you. I do want to like prevent him from ulting, but I am using Melascula, which kind of cucks him. So let's take off his ultimate gauge, why not? Then we double attack with Sauriel here. So we actually get the proc for Sauriel. So we got the taking off 2 ultimate gauge. We got the 4 attacks from red character. Now we just need to attack with Melascula 2 more times. And then we get Herfing as well. Now we got 2 attack buffs, as you can see. And we got an avoid. Throughout this whole like turn, we can't take damage, because we proc those missions. So again, you do want to be doing those missions while you go through. And that just makes the raid significantly easier, just doing the missions. When I first did this, I thought the raid was pretty challenging, because I just wasn't doing them, because I play GP, and I tend to just not know what's going on all the time. But by doing the missions, as you can see, the boss tends to be much easier that way. And again, if you don't need a green Melascula card here to proc her thing. Again, if you don't have green Melascula, especially like Sauriel, the 2 characters a lot of people are probably gonna have. But if you don't have Melascula, again, just swap her out for another green character. Again, if Brynhilde works, I actually haven't tried, but if Brynhilde works, she would be a really good option. I need to ult here. She would be a really good option. And then if you're gonna use like, I don't know, Brynhilde and stuff like that, you might want to bring then like a cleanser. So Margaret. But as you can see, Melascula prevents me from getting debuffed by him, which is very good. Get 1 more attack with Melascula. I'm gonna get the next attack buff. And then we can go for... I do want to get the 1's ultimate. But let's get Sauriel's ultimate, because we have basically guaranteed here. So we got that mission done. We only have 2 more turns, but we should be okay. By the time we get to this point, like, I'm doing so much more damage now, because I have all these missions procced, as you can see. Like, Sauriel's like level 1 card, type disadvantage, hit 450k. And again, we need to ult here, because of our mission to ult twice. Oh yeah, that's all. See, I was bringing Margaret before. I forgot that he ult seals you. I actually forgot that. Haven't done the raid in a while. He ult seals you. So bringing Margaret is very good still. The cleanse is very helpful. It's okay, I have 1 more turn. And I'll use the 1 ultimate next turn, get the mission done, and get the 6 million damage. Gonna be unlucky, because every time I had the ult, he did ult seal me. Very annoying, but it's okay. We're good. And the 1's gonna do like very good damage. Again, getting 2 ults off tends to be quite simple if you have a cleanse. Way simpler than this was, but we are good to go here. Got the max points, got all the missions done. Boom, 6 million. You get 1400 WP. He's gonna ult next turn, but actually it's gonna end when you hit the 6 million. The raid is just done. So got the 1400, and it's also multiplied. Oh, Did I not get 2 ults off? I only got 1? Wow. Yeah, again, before this, I was using Margaret, and cleansing the debuffs every time that he sealed me was much better for getting the ults off. Yeah, bringing a cleanse is really good for that. I thought just bringing the one with Margaret, with Melanscula was good enough because the one's immunity, but it didn't turn out that way. But as you can see, that's basically what you have to do. You have to just complete the missions, and the raid becomes significantly easier. I would say bring Margaret, or if you want to bring red Glocks as well for being a red character instead of Sario. That also works. I just like Sario because he has 2 attack cards, so you can get that mission very quickly. Because I'm using Melanscula that only has 1 attack card, she can be a little tougher to get the mission done. But yeah, that's the activity. Good luck grinding.